Good morning, tribe. Cece here, coming to you from the heat of my infrared sauna, which I love, and this morning I really needed after a very busy working weekend. And breath, something that I want to once again talk about and share with you, something very close to my heart for breathing, and the correct way of breathing is super important for health optimization, for great nervous functionality, for decision making, and for just getting through every day the best way in life. Did you know that 12 to 14 to maybe 16 times per minute a breath in and out is optimum versus the much higher numbers up to, when we're really stressed, 40, where we're just shallow breathing and we just go in and out, don't even realize. We might even just take a slightly longer breath in, trying to grasp for some oxygen, and then really just quickly releasing that carbon monoxide and never really taking a proper breath. So I love sharing some breathing techniques and exploring those by sitting with silence in my monthly events at the Tugulawa gym. However, I also like having these little video clips. I've done a deep dive conversation with Daniel Torridon at Onion Unlimited on YouTube. If you haven't explored that video yet, it is talking about all the power of the breath, which is where we go and have a deep dive and also an exploration of some breath techniques that are really beneficial for everyone, beginner, intermediate, and even advanced. Some of the advanced people might be looking for something a little bit more exciting and taking you to different places, whereas I think it is so important that we really start at the very beginning and keep working with that so that we are breathing properly. And one of the easy breaths to do is do an equal breath in and out. So when you're not really thinking about it, it could just be the breath in, 2 seconds in, 2 seconds out, or 2 counts in, 2 count out. And you can make them longer, and you really should be able to start doing those automatically. So in, that is really where we should be optimizing our breath, and that can be longer in and out. And again, when you do it automatically, there should be no counts, but it should be slow. So that way your parasympathetic nervous system, which is that recover, release, and heal, should always be functioning instead of the sympathetic breathing, which is what many do, and especially, and I've been guilty of it, when I'm stressed or not thinking properly. Therefore, I can't think properly because my brain is in that function with my body of just trying to survive. Another one that I find really good, which is great for calming and stilling the mind and getting back into focus, is the box breathing, which can be 3 counts, 4 counts, 5 counts, 6 counts. It doesn't really matter. You can do this in your car if you need a break, or in your seat during your break, or when you go walking in nature. But basically it is counting the same amount in, hold, out, hold, and repeat. So rinse and repeat. And that is really just to stabilize your breath. And it is one of my favorite ones to resort back to when I feel a little bit overwhelmed, or I just feel like I'm just not breathing properly. And being an asthmatic, and for some reason here in Queensland and in winter, when it is damp, is actually getting worse instead of getting better. So I really do have to pay attention to my breath and make sure that my nose is clear, but I'm also taking in those really deep oxygen full breath, and then releasing that carbon monoxide out of my body as well. So equal counts in. And then start again. How are you exploring your breath? Do you have a system? Do you have a routine? Do you have something that really works for you? Please make some comments, share, like, subscribe to my channel. I have two. So Love Your Skin is Add Bliss Out by CC. Or if you want to hear me talk about a whole variety of different esoteric, non-esoteric, or just even some tinfoil hatter ideas, then head to You Are The Change with 2 E's in there, on YouTube as well. Hope to see you at one or both of those channels. Love you as always. Bye for now.